what you guys do in practice today, considering you got a back-to-back? Played the game last night.
Yeah, detailed film session and a light walkthrough.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Was Bradley able to? I mean, I'm sure he.
yeah. He played some pickup today prior because
Okay.
all the low minute guys play their bump, and he's going to be listed as probable. So we got to see how he responds to today's work as always. But we're hopeful to have him available, likely on the minutes restriction.
The reason I even asked that is because Devin talked to him about it. And he was like, when he came back from his hamstring, it's good to get some bump, as he calls it.
Yeah.
Pickup game. How big is that when you're trying to come back from that kind of?
It's everything. I mean, you got to test it out, and you got to test it out at as much of game speed as you can. These pickup games are not really NBA intensity, but it's the closest thing to it. And for him to be able to come through that pain free and is a real positive sign. Hopefully, he responds well to that work when he wakes up tomorrow.
And then Eric and Nasir were there.
Eric's says questionable, making progress still. Hopeful to have him. But we'll see how he responds tomorrow, and Nas will be doubtful.
Coach, there was that sequence where Book and Cameron were kind of into it, and then right after that, Eric walks twice back and gets the crowd into it. I know he's had instances like that all season where he's kind of just been there to stand up for his team. So what can that do for the team, especially a lot of these guys' first season?
There's so many little things like that go beyond the box score and the stat sheet, and just help build your team camaraderie, your team chemistry, your togetherness, cohesion. So much more valuable than setting a certain screen or spacing the right way or making a defensive rotation. Him standing up for KD when he got knocked to the floor and stepping up in that moment. After the Book altercation, that stuff's invaluable, and that's why we're really thankful for what Nurk is contributing to our team this year.
What are you noticing just with the camaraderie of the guys at this point in this season?
Yeah, it's coming along. We're getting more cohesive each game. We still face challenges, and we still have minor setbacks, so to speak, in terms of how cohesive we are on the floor. I thought we didn't play a great basketball game last night, but we were able to get a W. And that's always a positive sign. So hopefully we can respond to that and play better tomorrow.
Amare going into the Ring of Honor tomorrow. What do you remember about what made him so dynamic as a pick and roll part of the first team?
He's one of the best dunkers in NBA history. One of them. Just the electric attack in the rim. The perfect complement to Steve's IQ and pace. The 7 seconds of last era would not have been what it was without Amare Stoudemire. Definitely a respected member of the NBA community and one of the best sons of all time.
His run after the knee surgery really doesn't get enough credit. He wasn't necessarily as explosive, but he became dynamic in other ways. Used the mid-range, used the post game a little bit more. What do you remember scouting against him and seeing him kind of evolve as a player from that young, explosive guy to what he became?
Just like you said. He was a roller dunker early in his career, and really worked on his game. And became a really good jump shooter and somebody you had to double team in the post. The power that he played with. Just commanded the double team, but he didn't have that when he first got into the league. He worked on it. So his work ethic is something that should be recognized.
Coach, obviously you guys have the toughest remaining schedule in the league, some pretty heavy matchups ahead. How do you approach that, knowing that if you win these games, you could easily go up the ladder?
Yeah, we're aware of the teams that are bunched up behind us. Okay, but we're targeting the top 4. We want to move up. We want to be a team that gets home court in the first round and get the highest seed possible. We have a team that we believe can beat anyone. So that the schedule is difficult, but on any given night, I like our chances, especially if we're at first rank.
To get through those teams as far as
Got to play at a high level. We keep building our cohesion. And, I like our defensive intensity. The defensive performance last night was exceptional, and what we did with the Rockets. And, we're going to have to do that against some of the better teams and, keep building offensively, playing team first ball.
Well, what's it been like, obviously, not only getting minutes, but getting the first guy off the bench and knowing that now you're going to get an opportunity to
Um,
play help the team?
Feels pretty good. Still getting used to it. It's been nothing but good for me, and just continue to grow on every single game.
Kevin was saying that you're not trying to do too much. He thinks that's a big part of what leading to your success. What does that mean for you as far as not doing too much in that sense?
Just playing within the game and playing within the flow, and not trying to just go one-on-one, or there's times on the break where I can go try and shoot. Just knowing what's going on in the game and who's on the court with me. And I think that's just been helping me keep it simple for me.
Although you did pull him behind the back pass the other night. Last night, right?
I mean, yeah, but I think it was a good pass. It got there on target, and it's a good shot by Royce.
How much did that game in Houston affect what we're seeing right now with you?
I think a lot. It gave me a lot more confidence, and it just helped me to realize, okay, I could do this more often if I just lock in and with more minutes. That's just been helping me a lot, and my coaches has been helping me, my teammates, and that's just been really what's keeping me going.
I know you've mentioned that you feel like this is kind of like your second year in the league just because last year was kind of the first year you got regular minutes. Where do you feel like you've kind of improved the most from the start of the season?
I think just the little things and the off-court stuff and just staying locked in and just the little things that I wasn't aware of my earlier years before I was playing, and I think that's just been helping me a lot.
I noticed defenders, when you get into the lane there, they try to be physical with you, kind of move you from your spot, but you have really good body control and being able to just elevate and get to your shot. How long has that been part of your
It's always been the case for me because, I'm a little thinner, so, they can try and, push and get more physical with me. But with my length being my advantage, it kind of, doesn't really bother me too much. But there's times where I definitely think I get fouled more, and they should call it. But, it's part of the game.
Has that been a part of your focus when guys kind of run you off the three-point line, being able to get into the lane and finish when you get there?
Yeah, either that or just being able to make a good play or pass it out for my team. But, not trying to take more, not trying to go behind the back between the legs. Just keep it simple. Play within the closeouts.
On possessions where guys are driving, you've done a really good job of cutting or finding space and being available to set up your shot. How long has that been a part of your game, cutting and finding space off the ball?
I feel like I always had it in me, but it's just to my advantage on a team like this where they're gonna double team on Brad or Book or Kev and even Grayson. You go off the closeout, their help. So just me being able to play off them is just helping me a lot.
To your point, you've never played on a team like this with this kind of space, right?
Exactly. This is my first time playing with a team like this ever. So it's been amazing so far.
Frank spoke the other day about how his first autograph was actually your dad's, and he talked to you about it. What was your reaction when you heard that?
It's actually kind of caught me by surprise, but it's pretty cool though, honestly.
And then online, fans are talking about the Squidward tattoo that you have on your leg. What's the story? What's the story behind that?
I got it when I was in college. It's just from my favorite episode of SpongeBob, which is actually the very first episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you look at the second half of the season, I know you go game by game, but it's a tough schedule looking ahead. What do you guys have to do to close this out?
Really just stay locked in and like you said, it is a tough schedule, but I think the best way to approach it is just take it game by game and not look too far ahead of the schedule.
Looking at Fizdale, he's obviously, we've seen him work with you. And Vogel was saying, well, all the coaches love you, but he has an affinity for you. Maybe speak to that relationship that you have with Coach Fizz.
That's my OG. Pretty much just anytime he can help me, whether it's on or off the court, defense, offense, it's pretty much just going to pull me to the side and just coach me up. And I've had a pretty good relationship since I've been here.
What has been the one or two things that you feel like you've gained the most from that time with him?
Honestly, things he's telling me things that I don't know, or he's helping me. Me playing with my hands down, he's telling me to keep my hands up, so therefore I'm closer to get a block. Just little things, and I just keep that in the back of my mind while I play, and really it's been helping me. So.
He's been a guy that's been pretty in your face as far as a coach. Has that been his approach to you, or has it been a little more laid back?
I mean, he's in my face, but like it's for the better of myself. So I mean, I don't really mind it at all. He's just really helping me. That's really it.
Frank's gone with that supersized lineup with you and Katie and Dirk a couple times. How do you like that look and having all that size on your cover?
I think it's pretty tough on the other teams. Like, I mean, 'cause we're like all so versatile, and it's a pretty long lineup, and I think it could be pretty good for us.
Do you feel like chemistry is starting to grow with Kevin now that you've gotten the minutes with him?
Yeah, definitely. Just game by game, I'm starting to feel more comfortable playing with not just him, but like everybody. Just especially like Nurk.
Going back to the Houston game just really quick, you started to have it going in the fourth quarter, and the visiting team is literally cheering your buckets. What was that feeling like?
Felt pretty good, especially because I'm in their arena, so like that doesn't really happen too much. But I heard the crowd react like to like most of my baskets, and it kept me going a little bit.
That rarely happens.
Yeah, rarely for sure.
Yeah, what is that like as a player when you know, I mean, here at home too, fans just love you, they're supporting you, cheering for you, getting ovations when you check in. What does that mean?
It means a lot to me because I mean I can have no fans, so I definitely appreciate every single one of them, and it's definitely a booster, especially at home. Like when I check in and everyone like yells, and like if I make a shot, it definitely can keep you going and keep you in rhythm.